Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. The Undead Gamer.
Hey guys, Rob the Undead Gamer here, and it's safe to say that with the PS4 and Xbox One being out for some time now, that we're in the next generation of console gaming. But what does that mean exactly, and are we there yet? Because I don't believe we are. Yes, the consoles are out and they are now what we class as current gen, but I think it's going to take a couple of years, or maybe more, until we've reached next gen status. In my opinion, the term next-gen gaming is a broad one and can be defined by many things. For example, graphical prowess, progression of game mechanics, even the business practices of developers and publishers, story content, and diversity and representation in video games. All big subjects, but ones that I believe encapsulate what it means to be next-gen. Often games and consoles are acknowledged for their graphics and the limitations of their hardware, but I don't believe we've seen the best of the best in any of the games we've had so far for these consoles. Yes, we've had some great looking games like Shadow of Mordor, which, to be honest, you'd be a fool to buy for the 360 or PS3 because it would be such a downgrade. Or Assassin's Creed Unity, which although it's reviewing reasonably well, isn't without its problems. I think the expectations are a lot higher now, and releasing broken games or games with tons of glitches and day one patches to fix bugs that devs know are in these games is a disgusting practice. It wasn't acceptable last gen, and it certainly isn't now. Like, AC Unity doesn't run as well as it should by any stretch of the imagination. I think until we're seeing games with high definition textures and amazing resolution using exactly what the consoles say they are capable of, we won't be there. Obviously, devs are still getting around how to use the new technology and learning how to develop games for these systems, so there will be a period of experimentation and trial and error with graphics and power. It's to be expected. But we'll only be after that time that we start to truly experience next-gen gaming. But it's not all about graphics. Of course, game mechanics change and get better over time, and with the next gen, they can only improve. Mechanics that were a bit sketchy or weren't fully functioning may get better or maybe be enhanced to increase the experience and immersion of a game. Obviously, things like the PS4 controller touchpad and the Xbox One's Kinect voice recognition thingy. How far can they be taken to enrich your gaming experience? I suppose time will tell. Also, shady business practices in the video game industry aren't uncommon, and I feel that a lot of devs and publishers took the piss more and more as the last generation went on, and to obvious dismay and backlash from the gaming community. Can we hope that the next generation will improve business strategies or eradicate some outright dishonest and disgusting ones, i.e. day one DLC, unfair pre-order bonuses, and to some extent, early access? Probably a video for another time, but nonetheless I think it's important to involve it in the conversation of what defines next gen. The way we tell stories in video games is constantly changing, with in-game experience and gameplay versus 3-hour cutscenes. But what will the next innovation in storytelling, or what will be the next innovation in storytelling? Surely it should be a good mix of gameplay and an enriched world and some engaging cutscenes. Also, are quick time events a good way of engaging players into cutscenes? Are they something we should see more of, or are they just downright annoying? Games should be full of well-rounded characters that are fully realised in their own sense, having clear motivations and personalities that are believable and relatable in one way or another. Stories and plots we can get behind and maybe to a degree learn something from. Maybe something about our own world or our own lives. And what about freedom of choice? Making decisions that truly shape a game's story and change the outcome of a game and its plot and its characters. Choose your own adventure, if you will. Finally, diversity and fair representation is something that is questionable at best in some video games. And without going too much into it, as it probably calls for another video, hopefully with next generation of gaming we can see more female characters represented properly, and maybe, just maybe, at a push, wearing proper clothes? But not just women, but how about people of different races and sexual orientations? I think when everyone's given a fair representation and respect, it'll be a huge step forward and something that can only benefit the next generation of gaming. All in all, we got a couple of years until we start seeing games that are using everything that these consoles have got to offer to its fullest. And innovation will come in time once devs understand how to truly use the new hardware in these consoles, pushing the industry ever further into the future. And although some of these points will come sooner than others, things are getting better all the time, and they will happen. It's just a question of when. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the next gen. I'm Rob the Ended Gamer, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.